What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It's episode number 15. Loads to get through today on the back of our biggest win of the save, 6-1 over Augsburg. We start with this, the draw for the Europa League last 16, which will have both ties today, and they're going to be against... Fingers crossed for a kind draw. We've got, oh, it's not kind at all, Porto, first away at Dragao, and then at home. I think we can take them out, but the 2004 Champions League winners, our opponents today. However, before we get there, big games coming in the Bundesliga on the back of our biggest win of the save. Starting with this one, Hoffenheim away at the Pro Zero Arena. As we know, Bayern Munich 100%, 22 We're not going to catch them, but 8 clear of Frankfurt right now. Got a healthy lead in the Champions League places, but if we're going to stay in the Champions League places, we've got to go on a winning run. Let's get back-to-back victories here away against Hoffenheim. You guys might have seen as well as Struykens gets through. Oh, great save there. No Anton Stack for the rest of the season now. Stack broke his toe towards the end of the last episode, so that means that he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Dread it, run from it, you can't avoid it. That classic career mode broken toe always arrives at some point, so that's a big blow for the remainder of the season, but it just means other players have got to step up. Maybe another new signing like the bell. Open the scoring, 1-0. One last chance for Hoffenheim in what's been a really poor game, and it's flicked on and claimed by Nicholas. You know, ordinarily I'll push the pace when I get the ball back quickly from a cross into the middle, but not this time around. I often say sometimes you just need to know when to put your foot on the ball and either grind out a 1-0 or possibly in some cases a point instead of pushing for another goal. This is definitely one of those. It's a scrappy, grind out, close out 1-0 victory, but a key word used there, victory. Another 3 points, back-to-back wins in the Bundesliga for a while, and a huge victory on the road against Hoffenheim. Lovely start today. Right, let's jump straight out this one into the next one with loads of games to squeeze in today. Now back at Borussia Park, Wolfsburg coming here. We almost had an absolutely epic collapse on the final day last season where technically we did 2-0 up at the break and lost the game 3-2. Thankfully still qualified for the Europa League by a goal, but Wolfsburg coming here, they've still got an outside shot of the top 4 place, so a really big game for both teams here. Let's go for 3 wins in a row for the first time in ages. Come on, Mönchengladbach. Just before we get there, you know, I'm all for customization with EA. Some of these are a bit, let's just say in the case of this one, sus. You know what? No, I think it's really cool. Like, I think it's great that EA are now adding. Well, maybe not those boxes, but I think it's great that EA adding more customizable outfits to your managers. You know, the thing is a lot of people are concerned this is going to lead to what you call paid DLC, and EA realizing that now they can start to you know, to charge for career mode features. But ultimately, I'll say this right now, like you have to understand that without, I don't think I'm going to save that outfit. I think without stuff like this, they're never going to invest in the game. So it's one of those things where it's like you can either stay with what you've got, or you know we can move on to, you know, something better, you know, in time, and I'm in favour of it. Yes, I'm concerned about the game possibly becoming even more monetized than 2K's My Career, but ultimately, at this point, if it improves the game mode, then so be it. I'll take it. Ultimately, you got to understand that EA are a company that are trying to make as much money as possible, and of course, Ultimate Team will always be their primary focus because it's the game mode that makes them the most amount of money by some distance as well. Because what you need to realize is if you buy FC primarily or solely for career mode, you're only giving EA a one-time fee. But if you're buying the game for Ultimate Team, then you're giving EA a one-time fee for the game itself plus any potential money in microtransactions. As we know, microtransactions are where the money is made for EA now. They make billions of dollars per year on microtransactions. So of course, in terms of business sense, it makes far more sense for them to be focusing on the team because it gives them far more money. So I'm not saying I'm in favour of paid DLC. I wouldn't want to see the game become so monetized that way, but if it brings in new players to the game and it brings in more investment and more care from EA, then it might be the only way we get that. Otherwise, we're stuck with poor game modes, unfinished game modes, broken game modes for forever at this point. There's no reason for EA to focus on career mode when Ultimate Team just makes them so much more money. And of course, you know, the positive is you don't have to pay for the DLC if you don't want to. Like, you don't have to. You can play Ultimate Team without paying any microtransactions. The only problem is, as we know, sometimes games can become a little what you call, oh, great finish, Stroikens, pay to win. And unless you do start paying, you're going to struggle to compete. Thankfully, with career mode, it may not be as big of a deal because it's offline and not online. But again, it's I would say right now, it's the only way I can see EA taking career mode seriously as a game mode and realising they need to put some investment in it. Because otherwise, like I said, there's no need for them to do so unless they can generate more money. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up as well, but I did see recently something that's been shared a lot on social media. Now, I don't use social media nowadays. I have an Instagram account. You can follow that if you want. That's at JonahDocs. Post on my story every like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. But someone did share with me, one of my followers shared with me a couple of days ago, EA are considering working on an open world game mode or an open world as part of career mode 2. I'm taking that with a pinch of salt because at this point it's just rumours, but do you know what? With all those new outfits being put into the game mode, maybe EA are trialling it in FC25, seeing how they look, seeing how they flow, and maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe they're just gearing up for possibly a lot more customization for open world characters in FC26. I guess we'll see. That's a great turn, that. That's a great ball, that. And Jonas Wind gets a goal back. There's 40 seconds of normal time, but thankfully, whilst Wolfsburg do have a goal and ruin a clean sheet, there's not enough time for them to go and grab a point. Just get it back to the keeper, and that is going to do it. Like I said, just like that previous game, man, game management. Just see the result out, even though we've just lost a clean sheet. Totally fine with me. We'll take it. 3 wins in a row for the first time in a while, and Mönchengladbach further cementing their place in the top 4. 10 games to go. It's certainly not over, but it's definitely ours to throw away from here, no question. Right, 3 more scouting updates to see what we got. We're from Germany, 4 decent right backs here. I'm going to give a scholarship to Valentin Cruz here. He might be 17, but that overall is a very good start. So I'll put him in the academy and see how he looks. And from the Netherlands, we'll keep scouting these 2 youngsters. And from Switzerland, we shall continue scouting these 3 talents here. Right, let's jump into the following game. And I'm buzzing for this man as well. Porto away, Dragao. It took so long for EA to add in Porto and Benfica Stadium. We're still missing Sporting Lisbon Stadium. I still want to include Braga Stadium. But as I always say, more real stadiums the better. To Dragao, very atmospheric ground. Really cool looking stadium. And playing there for our first leg of the Europa League last 16. I said when the title's drawn, certainly not an easy one, but I would say we are slight favourites for this, especially considering how good we've been this season in Europe, only losing, well, twice after simming the final game of the league phase. Porto away in the first leg. I feel confident, tough game, but I feel confident leaving with the first leg victory here. Come on, Mönchengladbach. Yeah, I've always thought it was a bit of a missed trick from EA not to include like classic teams, classic stadiums, and you can kind of unlock them as you progress through your playing time within the game. You remember many years ago there was the catalogue. Anyone remember that? And you could unlock classic kits. I had them all. They were great, man. And they got rid of the catalogue, but that was one of my favourite things about the game until EA removed it. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring that back, but make it something you have to pay for. Oh, what a wonderful build-up. Oh, what a goal. What a brilliant team goal that is as Robin Hack opens to scoring. But yeah, I've always thought it was a miss for them not to have classic teams. Like you can have the Arsenal Invincibles, for example, Chelsea's defensive unit. You can have classic stadiums like playing at Highbury and White Hart Lane. The options for EA to include DLC within career mode have always been there. They've just never utilised it. I guess we'll see if they're going to start adding it from next year. And there's excitement. Oh, that shot by Grujic goes just wide. I guess we'll see if EA decide to monetize that or just bring back the catalogue and you can earn it through points through played. Or a combination of both. I guess we will see. It's going to be 2. Stroikens just couldn't pull the trigger. Easy. Samu. Oh, brilliant finish. Nicholas got a touch but couldn't keep it out. How good is he, by the way? I used to in my Valencia career mode. If you're looking for quite literally a striker that can do everything, tall, strong, quick, high shot power, clinical finishing, he is literally that guy. And he won't cost too much in the first couple of seasons as well. But anyway, it's 1-1. And like I said, I felt confident pre-game, but I knew that Porto weren't going to let us lead Dragao with a comfortable victory. Despite taking the early lead, back on level terms. Alright, back to Nicholas. That's a little under hit that, and there's no way Alright's going to beat Samu in the air without a fight. That's a really cheap surrender of possession, and it's going to result in a goal as well through Danny Loader. What on earth am I doing there? Well, we had a chance tonight, but not if I make mistakes like that. That is just absolutely stupid. As the English-born Danny Loader celebrates with the mascot. I love the mascot celebration, man. You don't see them much nowadays. When EA first added in the mascot celebrations, you saw the AI do it quite a lot. But now, not so much. They're so cool, though. As Consecao is tripped up and fouled. And as we're still down by 1. Well, if we go back to Mönchengladbach, down by 1, we're certainly not out of this tie. It's certainly not the first leg result we were hoping for. As Samu says, you're not going to be down by 1, you're going to be down by 2. Octavio makes it 3. I knew it would be a difficult first leg, and it definitely has been. Took the lead, but that seems like an age ago now. Porto running riot. Down the right, pokes. Oh, what a chance! What a chance! Mario almost out of energy. Oh, ref, come on! That could be a straight red as well. As Struikens was running through for the goal, and this is a huge moment as well. Because if I missed this penalty, Porto. Oh, free. What? He was clearly inside. Did he? What? He must have fell inside the area, and he just flew. Oh, that's a great decision. That's a oh my, that's where the contact starts there on that trailing right boot. That's a brilliant decision now. For a second, I was going to say, Struikens looked like he was doing a long jump in the Olympics. He fell so far into the area. He went past the penalty spot after the roll. But actually, that's a great decision. I mean, it's annoying that the referee's got it right, but that's a free kick. That's spot on. If there was ever a time to score a rare free kick, it's right now. I've not got many good takers here, but I'm very close to the goal. If I can just get it up and over the wall, I'm pretty sure it's nestling in. Robin Hack does. Oh, what a save, James Trafford. Possibly a bit more power when it goes in, but even so, Trafford at full stretch keeps Porto still leading by 2. That's massive. Oh, thank God. I just had to go quiet there because I had a golden chance and I couldn't mess it up. And Gumi says, don't worry about it, Robin. I'll get a goal from open play and I'll cut the deficit to 1. Huge moment in the tie. Mönchengladbach will lose the leg, but won't be out of the fixture completely. We'll go back to Gladbach, down by 1. It's not over yet. Porto haven't got 1 foot in the corners. Absolutely not. They're going to go into ours and stop us from scoring at least 1. Right, thrilling game there at Dragao. I was really excited for that. That was so cool. I always say I don't mind losing a game if I've had fun. That was so fun to play. But into the following game here, back to matters in the Bundesliga, and we certainly can't afford to lose this one. Bochum coming to Gladbach, and this has got to be a banker and 3 points here. 10 games to go, 10 points clear. It's not over yet, but again, I would say 6 wins out of 10, and we'll be there. So it's got 1 of the 6 here. Bochum, our following opponents. Bayern just won again, by the way. 25 wins in 25 games. If they do this, it's the greatest AI season I've ever seen. Oh, no! Although I think that's just going to be a bruise for Timmy there, and I'm crossing my fingers whilst I'm holding the controller. Because if it's anything longer than that, we are screwed, and there's no way we're making it through Porto. And he's going to be out for that fixture now, I believe, as well anyway. As Jamie Llewellyn says, Timmy, get back on your feet, and smack one in. Well, he might be out for that second leg against Porto, but I hope it's not longer than that. Timmy with the opener, but question marks how bad that is. Easy. Felix pass that down the right-hand side. And Texera, what a finish. Bottom corner, right before the break, Bochum with the leveller. 1-1. Our form recently has been shocking. Llewellyn to Julian. Luca Nets with Jamie out wide. He'll find him. Brilliantly done. Excellently done. And Luca bends one in with the weaker right foot. First goal of the season. What a time to get it. Mönchengladbach back in front. Once again, not the most convincing win, but a win regardless, and a huge 3 points for our 4th straight in the Bundesliga. 9 games to go, destiny in our own hands. I'd say win 4 or 5 and we will be there. But the question is, will we have Tim for those remaining 4 or 5 games? Let's see how bad the injury was. The thing about like bruises is like, I just think like, you know, if you're down with a bruise and you've got a massive game, surely, you know, you're gonna soldier on for it, aren't you? Let's see if it was a bruise. It was a dead leg quad actually, so that definitely, no matter what, does rule him out for the second leg. But thankfully, should be back for our following Bundesliga games. You'd think we'd give him an injection, you know, painkiller injection. It'll play through the pain, but evidently Tim unfortunately won't be doing that in this one. So we'll miss him for the second leg. I'll try and squeeze in 2 more, but we'll definitely play this one. Second leg, back in Gladbach. The tie's not over. That late goal gives us a chance here. We still need to score tonight, and ultimately, we've got to be much better defensively. No clean sheets in our last 4 games. 3 conceded at the Dragao. If we defend like we did in Oporto, there's no way we're making the quarterfinals. Big game, needing a goal, without our star striker. Can we pull it out and turn it round here at Borussia Park? Come on, Gladbach. Not to get my excuses in early, but I will. If we do go out tonight, it might not be the worst thing in the world, you know, because, again, 9 games to go in the Bundesliga. We're now 13 points cleared. If we were to get knocked out, there's no doubt about it. We're definitely going to finish in a Champions League place because we'll have so much more rest time. We'll be able to recover, and I feel very confident we won't drop off so significantly. We'll fail to make the top 4. And as for the Europa League, can we go and win this season? Well, my target was quarters or semis. And again, if we do get through, we'll be in the quarters. But, you know, we made it through the league phase. That was the most important thing. Is Van Kara in for Kleindens. Says, yes, we can. And we don't need Tim. Van Kara taking his chance. Gladbach lead early. There's some really, really big teams in this Europa League. You've got Liverpool, Spurs, who of course won it in real life, and we got beat by in the league phase. Napoli are in this Europa League as well. So I don't know if we could go all the way and win it with those sort of teams available. Oh! Porto themselves a really big club. We knew it would be a tough tie. I felt confident, but I forgot they still had this man leading their line. Scored in the first leg, scores tonight. Samu, I'll tell you now, if you're looking for a career mode striker this year, RTG, he's one of the absolute best. What a talent. What a player. Like, seriously, absolutely amazing talent. And oh, what a tie! The Bell puts us back on level terms. 4-4. Corner, Gladbach. Final chance of the half, you feel, as I give some instructions to Jamie Llewellyn. And he says, Gaffer, I'm glad you put your trousers back on. That was so funny. As it's still 2-1, but forget the humour. We need a goal. Rocco floats one in. Free header for Ngumu. And what a chance, and he knew it as well. Hit the deck. You're very rarely free for a header nowadays inside the 6-yard area. You get a chance like that, you got to at least hit the target. Couldn't even give Trafford something to work on. What an opportunity. Oh, what a chance for Ngumu, man. I know he's not known for his aerial prowess. Oh, come on. But I'd like to think even I could test Trafford to a free header from 6 yards. And Robin says, I'll test him from 24. What a finish from Robin. And Gladbach leading the tie for the first time since the early stages in the first leg. However, Trafford's reaction tells me something. Maybe I don't know. Should he have saved it? Oh, yes, he should have done. Oh, that's poor from Trafford. He should be stopping that, but we don't mind. Gladbach in front. Now can we hold on? As Grujic comes forward for Porto. And now Mora. 1-2 with Samu. Shot block. Gets it back. Rolls it through. Conceição. Defense. Never heard of it. 5-5. What a tie. This has been one of my highest scoring ties in a long time. And the crazy thing is, there's still 20 minutes to go, and I don't think it's going to finish 5-5 over 2 legs. In fact, it might be 6-5 right now. Nobelli's through. 1-1. What an incredible tie in the last 16 with 17 minutes to go. There's plenty of time for another twist. This is epic. Francisco, Pepe coming forward, plays the ball through. Samu with the offload. And not one person in this stadium is surprised. flicked it in the near post, seemed to catch Nicholas off guard. 6-6, and I still feel as though there's another goal before extra time. Vankara, can he get it? Oh, what a save! Epic. Absolutely epic. I rarely use that word, but that's what I can use to describe this tie. 6-6 over 2 legs, and we got 30 more minutes. This has been an incredible fixture. I said at the end of the first leg, oh what a ball, away at the Dragao, I don't mind losing if I've had fun, and this has been one of the most fun ties I've had in a long time. Oh, Nicholas, what a brilliant save on Samu. It's one of those ties which you just don't want to end, man. It's been that fun, and with the final attack of the first half coming here, can Porto take a lead heading into the second half? It's Romario Barrow to Samu, and Nicholas denies him again, and Sardella prevents the corner as it would have gone out for a goal kick. What a tie. 15 more minutes. Is there going to be a late winner, or are we going to penalties here at Borussia Park? Yep, to me, that's when career mode is its most fun. When you feel like you're in the game, you're immersed in it, you're so part of it, and that's how I feel like right now. On the sidelines, trying to win our teams to the quarterfinals. No goals in the 30 minutes of extra time. All the goals scored in normal time, and that's it. It finishes 6-6 in an epic tie. Neither side deserve to go out. But who is going to hold their nerve on the spot kicks and make the quarterfinals? Come on, Mönchengladbach. So I'm totally fine with the 5, but I would like Nobel to take one if possible, because the penalty stat is quite good. And that's not much of a difference with him and Neuhau, really. But I will go with Nobel over Neuhau. He's been good this season. And I'll put Sander ahead of Jordan Bayer. And if it gets to that, then that's it. That's it. Here we go. Here we go. Penalties. And it was Vankara who was thrown in the deep end for this game tonight. But he scored the first goal to set us on our way. And can he now hold his nerve from 12 yards? The answer is yes. Nicholas was our penalty saving hero last year in the DFB Pokal against Eintracht Frankfurt, but he starts off conceding there. Now Rocco Wright's our captain, will take the next. My rule normally is you go to the same corner if you scored that way, and this time it doesn't work out. Good save, 1-1, and Romario Barrow gives Porto the lead. Okay, alright, very rare my captain lets me down from the spot kicks. Robin, can you bail the skipper out? Yes you can, bottom corner, back on level terms, but Nicholas, I need a save. Danny Loader stands up, and they're going to go that way this time? Yes they are! But I couldn't get down to the corner in time. And Jamie Llewellyn will take the next. And if he doesn't score, we're in a heap of trouble. It's Llewellyn versus Trafford. It's saved. And I think Porto are going through. And if Alan Varela, the ex-Boca Juniors man, can get the goal, Porto are in to the quarterfinals. Not yet. Not yet. Nicholas with the save. We came back over the tie in terms of goals from a 2-goal deficit to get to penalties. Can we now do it on the spot kicks themselves? Nobel scores, but we still need a save. We still need another save. Nicholas, can you do it back-to-back? What a tie. I'm not surprised it's come down to this against Pepe, but I still need a save. Oh, Nicholas, you had the time to get down. One of the reasons why it's so hard to win shootouts is because when you go the right way, you often still don't make the save. 2 of the 3 penalties went the right way and still didn't get gloves on them. Porto with a thriller, and they're through. And that'll do it for today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. Massive thank you for watching. Enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Which after you all have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with the penultimate episode of Season 2, where we'll play most of our remaining 9 fixtures in the league, where again, I'd say 5 wins in our final 9, which you could probably get in the next episode, and will guarantee a Champions League place. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. That is heartbreaking, man. What a fight back.